Hi there, welcome to this video for parents, guardians, pastors, youth ministers, etc. For the Virtually Keswick Youth week, and we're looking at Thursday morning and Psalm 5, just like Christopher Ash does with the adult program. And we see in Psalm 5, we see David crying out about the wickedness of the world. And Phil Baraniak, who normally looks after the 11 to 13s in week 2, speaks on this in two parts. And the first, it really shows us kind of David's response, his kind of guttural response to the evil in the world. And I guess a couple of areas this will bite with young people. Firstly, David's response is he prays for the wicked to be cast out. It's quite a serious and in some ways quite a striking prayer, and one that I guess young people will kind of think, oh, isn't that a bit harsh? Isn't that a bit difficult? And yet actually, as we delve into our feelings about evil in this world, whether it's terrorism or injustice, some of the racial stuff that we have seen, as we look at that, we do get angry and we do kind of long for God's justice, God's righteousness to be seen, and so I think tying in with that will be really helpful for young people. In the second part of Phil's talk, he takes us to show us that praying this prayer, in some ways it's quite a dangerous prayer, that the wicked would be cast out, because actually we too are wicked. He goes to Romans 3 and shows us there that we are not in and of ourselves good, and this will just go totally against a lot of what young people will hear. We are not good in and of ourselves. We don't seek after God. Our hearts are broken, are evil without God. Now again, this might take a little bit of teasing out. It might be that you need to think through how you'll explain this to a young person. I often find that illustration, I think we use it in the interview, of that you don't need to teach a baby to sin, to lie, to be selfish. They do it automatically. We're not in and of ourselves good and right. And yet, what that means then is the answer isn't activism, but rather salvation, rather rescue. And so where a lot of our young people will be going is longing to change the world, and they long to change the world often through kind of activism, through doing good, great stuff, and yet actually that doesn't go deep enough. Not that we're anti doing great stuff, of course not, but that won't actually solve the problems of the world. No, what we need is a rescuer. What we need is one who was cast out, so that we could be brought in. And if we know him, then actually we can rejoice, verse 11, with him. So that's where the kind of morning session is going. The evening's going to look a little bit different to normal. In the evening, Andy Atchison, who heads up week 1 alongside his wife Elfie, who we heard from on Monday morning, is going to be speaking, and he's speaking in a way that is aimed at those who wouldn't yet call themselves Christians. So if you've got young people who that applies to, it'd be really, really good to get them along to that session. Again, there'll be the bingo card created so people can listen in. And he's doing his talk in 3 parts, so it's super easy to kind of get involved and listen to, and it would be a really, really good thing to bring young people along to, and perhaps just to ask afterwards, hey, do you know what? Where do you stand? I'm going to be praying for you. I don't know you, but I'm going to be praying for you and for the young people who you're looking out for as you're having those conversations. Thanks.